I think a Bivol fight is most possible of the three champions to happen, followed by Stevenson. Beterbiev won't happen for a while since we have the same coach and often work out together. Stevenson's an aging fighter whose energy faded against Badu Jack, so I'd do pretty much the same thing as against Kovalev, using footwork to slow him down, and if it comes, I can knock him out. Bivol would be more of a strategic fight with his youth, speed and technique, but I noticed some flaws in the latter rounds against Chilemba, so a KO can happen with Bivol too. Beterbiev is physically strong, so I'd use my jab, lateral movement and outbox him for 12 rounds. In a rematch, knowing Kovalev, I would beat him more convincingly, but whether it's Bivol, Stevenson, Beterbiev or Kovalev, I'm ready to fight any of them. So there you have it, Eleider Alvarez talking that talk as he's supposed to, as he should. As a champion, you should be calling out the other champions and saying you're ready for anyone. And Eleider Alvarez is doing exactly that. It kind of passed me by, or I just didn't pick up on it at the time. Really, I should have done. The fact that Alvarez has been sparring Beterbiev, because they are both based in Canada. They do have the same trainer. And that would have stood him in very good stead for the Kovalev fight, wouldn't it? Thinking about it in retrospect, that was great sparring for him going into the Kovalev fight, if he indeed was sparring Beterbiev. And certainly he'll be used to getting hit with big shots, having sparred Beterbiev so much. He'll be used to the physical strength. He just talked about the physical strength there. He'll be used to hanging tough, basically. It won't be a psychological shock to him getting in there against a Kovalev, where clearly it wasn't, right? So maybe the sparring with Beterbiev helped him. Obviously, he's a seasoned campaigner anyway, so he's going to be tough regardless, but I'm sure the Beterbiev sparring would have helped him as well. So, yeah, he's calling out the other champions. Let me know what you guys think about Eleider Alvarez against any of those guys. Is he the dark horse of the division? Because very few people picked him to beat Sergey Kovalev, but he managed to do that and do it in emphatic fashion. Does he have more upset victories in the tank? Can he score an upset over a Bivol? Would a Stevenson fight at this point even be an upset? I'm not sure. But Bivol, I think, probably would be an upset. Stevenson, I'm not sure. Beterbiev, I think, would be an upset too. And then there's the possibility of a Kovalev rematch. And as far as the Kovalev rematch, apparently Kovalev intends to exercise the clause in the contract, the rematch clause. But there is an issue at the moment with HBO, apparently. HBO are, according to Kathy Duvar, it's just a negotiation tactic by HBO, basically. But HBO seem like at the moment they're not willing to pick up the rematch. They're not interested in going that way. And it's like I've told you guys many times, there is no room for loyalty in boxing if you're a boxer. There's no room. And you see, Kovalev a couple years ago turned down the Stevenson fight. He pulled out of the purse bid because, Kathy Duva says it was because Kovalev didn't want to fight on any other platform other than HBO. And this is how HBO reward that kind of loyalty. By, threatening to not pick up the rematch against Alvarez. And if they don't pick up the rematch against Alvarez, chances are the fight's not going to happen. Yeah, unless it happens on another network. Chances are Alvarez normally fights on Showtime. So, yeah, there you go with the loyalty business, man. Kovalev should have taken the Stevenson fight when he had the chance. When there was that purse bid, it would have gone to the highest bidder because Steven Espinoza and the people working with Stevenson, they just wanted to open it up so any network could bid for the fight. And that way both guys would have got paid well. Career high purses. So, yeah, Kovalev should have taken... I know hindsight is 2020, but this just goes to show you how there's no place in boxing for a fighter to be loyal to a network or a promoter or anything like that, even a trainer. There's no place in it because you've got such a short time frame, such a small window of opportunity as a boxer to make life-changing sums of money. So you just got to be selfish about it. You have to be. Now, obviously, you got to be pragmatic to a certain degree because, particularly when you're on the way up, trying to become a champion, because if you're just using promoters and it looks very obvious, the promoters can blackball you. So that has to be taken into consideration, definitely. But once you get to the level of a champion, once you get to the level where you're making, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of pounds a fight, and you've got a world title belt, the loyalty, you need to leave that stuff alone. I'm telling you, you need to leave it alone. And same goes for trainers. If you've got a trainer who you're friends with and you get along great, you know, that's cute. But if that trainer's not taking you to the next level, if that trainer is not getting the best out of you and taking your ability as far as it can possibly go, then you need to cut that trainer loose, whether you've known him since childhood or not. There's no place in boxing for blind loyalty. You shouldn't feel bad or feel ashamed or embarrassed or whatever as a fighter to cut people loose, because they have still got careers after you don't have a career. You know, let's say Sergey Kovalev is finished in a year's time. Kathy Duva's not finished. She's still got other fighters. His trainer ain't finished. He can still train other fighters. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below about everything I've talked about in this video. Eleider Alvarez calling out all the other champions. It's what we like to see. But can he get it done in the ring? Can he actually beat these guys? Is he the dark horse of the division? Has he been underrated by most of us? Even more so than we realize right now. Because he got Kovalev out of there, but people are going to say Kovalev is damaged goods. Can he step up to the plate against the other guys? Let me know what you think, people. It's Satman, I'm out.